Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of my Stellaris Roman Utopia Let's Play. Now I think this one is the one that everyone is waiting for. I think this is the episode where we're going to be going to war. And we've had many debates in the Senate House, in the Discord and in the comments about what the hell we're going to do. So it's been a very interesting debate and I want to say thank you to everyone who's taken part in it. That music is pretty epic, but we're going to have to just turn it down a slight bit. But yeah, it's worth mentioning just before we really get into the episode, and I'll just put things on slowest speed just so we can have a little chat beforehand. So, I've gotten a fair few new subscribers, which I'm hugely thankful for as well. If you're just tuning in, I don't know if it's come from Stellaris or different videos or whatever, but if you are tuning in for one of the first times, there's a new episode every day, and every single day I go through the feedback of the previous episode, so it's very, very current. You know, you're never more than just 12 hours behind when I last recorded, really. So, there's some things we want to mention. We were talking about the vote on who we were going to go to war with. So basically, we had a vote for the Tyrathian League or the Galactic Athalid Republic. Who were we going to go to war with? Now this has come up many times throughout the campaign, about 3 times I think in total. And the vote has finally landed towards the Galactic Athalid Republic. There's an 89% vote in the Senate, almost unanimous, that we should go to war with the Galactic Athalids. There's about 10% still saying that we should go for the Tyrathian League. Now, I was actually willing to veto the Tyrathian League in the previous episode, saying like, no, we shouldn't go do this. And a veto is something that has popped up a few times. Gaius Julius Alexander in the comments has pointed out that basically he must make a bold statement. Well, he does agree with the use of the Imperator's veto. It does set a dangerous precedent for the Empire. Now, I won't read the whole comment, but it basically says that if I can just veto your vote, then what's the point of having a vote at all? Now, I'm very rarely going to do this, and normally if I think very strongly about something, I won't ask you guys to vote on it, because I'll be sure that I'm going to do something. But in this case, I was unsure until some further discussion came about where I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to veto it, because I've learned now that I really believe it would be the wrong decision. So that's why I was doing the veto. Either way, it actually didn't matter, because I still ended up putting it back to the vote, because I was just very undecided. So we put it back to the vote, given the new information, and the Galactic Athalid Republic is the one that we're going to go fight. So, by the way, Gaius Julius Alexander has been elected Tribune of the Plebs. Should he wish to accept it, I sent a runner his way with a message detailing him about his position there. And it also gives him different rights and stuff within the Discord to help moderate. We've got a couple of consuls in there that I mentioned in previous episodes, Segius Gladius and Haroldus Britannicus, and we also have a military tribune, Augustus Lucimius Maximus. Now these are all just names to you guys, but they are actually in the game, and they will be taking seat this episode. So, Tribune Augustus Maximus, he's a military tribune. He will be leading the ground legions once we start recruiting them. Consul Segius Gladius is waiting basically for Septilius Crucella to pass away, and then he'll take the seat. He has +8 fire rate for the Admiral, and the Augustus Maximus has 25% army morale on the ground. He's a little bit old though, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. Then we've got Consul Haroldus Britannicus, who's going to be a governor probably on Terra Nova, to help out there with the building costs and building ship speed, or maybe in Arminium, where things are growing a lot. So we'll assign these all now pretty shortly. Let's have a quick read of Limbo. So this is after happening down here, which is all the way out. Oh, all the way down south. Oh wow, I didn't. Oh yeah, this is what's her name? Antiana. Antiana Paulus's probably one of her last trips down here, and one of her last scientific explorations. The signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the Ptolemy to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What science officer Antiana Paulus found was a cavernous vault that, when easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the Ptolemy has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to decode their contents. So that's pretty eerie. A whole race basically buried themselves in somewhere, set up an antenna, and just died. with a bunch of data around them. So we'll have to figure out what that is.
Situation log updated.
Our situation log has been updated. It'll take her just a couple days, probably, to figure this one out. Alright, we'll move things up to slow. The other things then, as we're preparing for war, we know what the enemy has. We've scouted them out. And I've also set up a kind of a war council within our Discord for people to talk about that even further as well. In this, we've decided to kind of reorganize our ships. So we basically got an Nvidia class and a Velites class. These are two Roman gods' names. Actually, one is a Roman god's name. The other is just a Roman troop, I guess. Velites. We've swapped out shields for favor of armor, and we've got obviously equipped torpedoes and nuclear missiles and combat roles to change their ships up a little bit here. So this ship is going to basically ignore 100% armor and 50% armor and 100% shields. So it's going to be very powerful against shields. The enemies we're going up against have small amounts of armor and bigger shields. So this is actually perfect. We're going to rely on the Velites quite a lot. Then I built something called an onager. Obviously, onagers are artillery, and I'm kind of counting this as artillery with point defense systems. So we've got an artillery bow and large fusion missiles. Now we're actually researching, I believe, antimatter missiles, and as soon as we get them, we're going to equip them on and basically send our guys out. I've also removed all the shields and replaced it with just heavy armor and small fusion reactors to balance out our power. And in fact, I can actually change this to be a little bit more energy efficient. Hastati is also being duplicated to be the same as an onager. We're not going to be using Hastati for anything, but we'll eventually rename them later. But for now, we just need all onagers, so it's just the way the game works. In order to kind of upgrade cheaper, it's better just to keep the name the same, essentially, for now. And then I've also equipped some of our other ships with faster kind of plasma thrusters just for getting around, and some armor as well, just to be safe. And then our transport ships have been equipped with shields and plasma thrusters, ship-mounted gravitronic sensors, and some armor. So our transport ships should be pretty good. Their name's Soars, after the god of luck, as we're just going to be hoping they don't get caught by themselves. So that is pretty much it. I think I've pretty much caught you up on everything. I have a little booklet here of everything I'm writing down throughout the day when I find out all these different comments and stuff. The Infinity Machine we saw in the last episode has been accepted as a gift from Vulcan, and that's been voted on within the Senate. And Xenos, there's a question on whether or not we allow Xenos to be allowed to fight in the army if we do capture any. We'll come to that at a later date, but they would be folded in as auxiliary troops if they were. So let me know what you think about that, whether or not we should let aliens fight for us in legions. It is a Roman tradition to let your enemies fight within your army. Well, not your enemies, so to speak, but different cultures. So yeah, so I think it's quite a normal thing to do. I'd be willing to say yes. So we're going to upgrade our fleet. It's going to cost 140. This will change our ships. Our firepower should probably stay the same, but hopefully it might go up a little bit.
Project complete.
So Limbo's done. The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science officer Antiana Pullis asserts that the huge blocks of ternary code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtlessly, the aliens of Krant 1A considered this to be their only shot at any kind of survival following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that eventually someone else would have these means. That is so cool. That is awesome. Imagine that. You know your world's fucked. You know your species is fucked. You don't have the technology to leave your planet, but you've got basically technology we have these days, essentially. But maybe a little bit more advanced than that. And you just basically try to encrypt and write everything you've got to hard drives and build a big antenna and broadcast it, so that they've completely mapped their neural networks of their minds and hoping that they can somehow, with future technology, be resurrected. That's amazing. That's such a cool plotline. We do not, but download their neural... Oh, what? Oh, we don't have the means, but download the neural patterns anyway. Or we let dead aliens lie. Oh, man. I'm actually going to go with this one, even though we get less research. I'm hoping that eventually, somehow, we'll get the means to do something with it. I doubt that's going to happen. And I know we're getting less energy, but I can't, or engineering, but I just can't let a whole like just let that happen, where nobody, you know, nothing happens essentially. I feel so bad for them. That was their one shot at it, so we're gonna download it and keep it saved somewhere instead of just leaving it on the planet. Okay, that's a cool story. Okay.
Ships upgraded.
That was Antianopolis. That was a really good one. Let's head out to Ambor and the system next to it and just discover what's going on there. Our ships have been upgraded. Good, good, good. What? Actually, she can head back and upgrade her ship while she's not doing anything else. We're also exploring out here. People have said like we should build a frontier outpost. I agree. It's a little bit early for that. We want to see where there's some good resources, and then we can think about it. So let's begin building ground legions. And then we can assign them. I'm not sure where we actually do that. I'm guessing when we have one ground legion, we can assign it. Oh, there we go. Assign leader. Okay, yeah. So we can do it when we click one of these guys later. All right. So Terra Nova is still building quite a lot. So we'll actually put a governor down here for now. We're going to get Consul Haroldus Britannicus. He's going to live on Terra Nova and help with our build speed, clear tile blockers, and all that stuff. So that should be good. The uprising, how's the uprising going here? It's still very, very small, but it is there a little bit. So we got another defense army just to completely quell it for now. Our energy is suffering a bit, so let's upgrade that.
Ships upgraded. Research complete.
Okay, and Aretium's going well. Things have been built. And this, we're just removing tiles here while we wait for this pop to grow. So pretty much everything's good. Antimatter missiles. Dun 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 dun. And oh yes, let's get big fat armored torpedoes. Complete. Okay, now we're into the final phase before we actually go to war here. It's going to get pretty insane.
Tile blocker cleared.
We're going to equip all our ships with our level 3 missiles now. And hopefully sort out any power issues we have from doing that. Obviously these ships suck down more power than normal. Or these missiles, I should say. But I think we've got enough space. Considering we don't have shields, we've saved on some power that way. Now, if we get attacked straight after this by another race, we're going to be, well, a little bit scared, because we'll have to quickly readapt what we've got to match whatever they have. Because we've gone very much just built to beat one nation here. But I don't think the Tarathians are going to fight us. And many people want us to fight the Tarathians straight after we do the Galactic Athletes. I was saying that we should actually ally with them, but we don't have to do that. I haven't seen many people agree with that. Some people have. But I do kind of think, yeah, once you take out these, what's stopping us from just going straight for the Tarathian League? Nothing, really. Okay, is that it? Actually, it's just the Destroyer, I think, left to fix. This one. Okay. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to go. We'll just have to do a quick upgrade. 265 for these guys. Upgrading to Hastati class Nvidia, Velites, etc. So remember, Hastati is basically the Onager class for now. Okay, negative balance. I am a little bit, not a slight concern, I guess, that we're low on energy. But we can start building energy down here as well. Energy. We'll just build one for now.
Construction complete.
Ships are done. We've actually got ground forces now. Here they are, Legio 1 Assault Army.
Ships upgraded.
This guy is going to be given a leader. Tribune Augustus Maximus. Yeah, you can see a little leader sign there. I think he can very much die as part of that group. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It might be a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. Please research it. Thank you. The Ptolemy is ready to go. We're going to keep heading out here to kind of quickly explore these areas. I love these, just these couple stars down the bottom of these spirals. They're so alone. Alright, everything's going pretty good. We're building up a nice bank of minerals as well in case we need to... Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was doing. I was building spaceports because the bigger our spaceports, the more ships we can have. This one's building a spaceport, so we're about to get even more ships. Let's go with missile defense again. Okay. Glancing hit. While approaching Hokaja IA, the Lucretius suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing mass driver rounds. The projectiles were billions of years old, and based on their trajectory, they appeared to be stray rounds from a neighboring galaxy. After missing their intended target, they continued on their journey for untold millennia until today. I think we saw that before, something like that. That is pretty crazy to think that that could happen. Especially if it just crossed our solar system one day. It's like, oh, there's a nuke just like what we feel like is a nuke just flying across pretty slowly, just continuing on from whenever it was first fired. So that's like guaranteed life, but it could be literally billions of years old, so pretty crazy. Alright, our constructor ships are still building.
Complete.
Fleet has grown, so we're going to keep growing our fleet. On Terra Nova. Building those fat onagers. And our assault armors are still being built as well. So everything's going very smooth.
Research complete.
Biolab 2. We can uplift. This is something people were talking about doing, so I'm going to get that one. Uplifting maybe the people out of Lisbay if we ever own them. These dudes. The Jejun. It'd be worth building an observation post over them and seeing how they live their lives and what's going on there. Oh, we've got physics out here. Anything else for us to do? Yeah, let's build research stations there. Look how much we're making now. 119 minerals. That's bloody brilliant. Ah, and Murga. Wait a sec, what? Yeah, I was just about to say. Oh, I've turned this off. Whoops, my bad. Let me see. So basically turning this off will just show you what you haven't built, which is pretty good, but this shows you what you're getting. So I don't necessarily know if we need that. You can just press Alt to see it anyway. But we'll leave it on for now. That's how we had it. More information is probably better. Okay, so the army is over 2k strong. We have room for a few more ships. Build another onager straight after that one. Let's enact an edict for arms race, which will increase our army build speed and our ship build speed, just to speed everything up. Okay, so we've also got a wormhole here and here. That wormhole may get destroyed. So it might be worth sending our constructor ships out to build another one like here or something. Just in case we need to kind of defend these areas. It seemed like they were also using wormhole technology as well, so we should be prepared that they can jump pretty much anywhere they want to as well. I'm guessing if they own this area, if they were here, their tech isn't that great though. They might be able to jump. I don't really think they can actually get to us, but maybe they might. Yeah, we should always assume that they can. There's no harm in that. Okay.
Construction complete.
Holy shit, did we just build... Oh yeah, we did. Those ships are building so quick. That's really good. Let's build another Velites. So, let's check our army really quickly. We have 5 Hastati destroyers, 2 onagers. Okay, they're the same. So 7 destroyers, 11 Invidias, and 12 Velites. New contact. The hegemony of Orossi. Oh, hello. It's like croc people. A martial empire, ruthless capitalist. I feel like everyone's goddamn militarist in this game. Okay, army damage and fire rate. They're going to be interesting. I bring greetings from Emperor Hask Paragram 1. The first. The undisputed ruler of the hegemony of Orossi. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. Respect our authority. Or else. There they are all the way over there.
Construction complete.
Don't know how they found us. Construction complete. This fleet is nice and big now. Now we'll probably... Oh my god, my energy. Yeah, okay, that's the next thing we're going to have to fix, is just build solar panel networks in these different stations that we're building. Again, though, energy isn't, again, too much of a concern for me because we can
System
still
survey
upgrade
complete.
many of these
Anomaly
things.
found.
An anomaly has been found. The debris field, the debris field, which HAL BS12 is part of, roils and swirls under the influence of unknown forces. That's cool because it's actually here.
Construction complete.
Alright. Two more slots for 2 more ships. We'll get 2 more Velites. Once we get a bit more money. 3, 2, 1. Dimensional pocket. The Lucretius never made it all the way to HAL BS12 to study the anomalies surrounding it. The ship, along with Science Officer Irenaeus Dolabella and crew, blinked out of existence as it was navigating the debris field, and then reappeared minutes later. Irenaeus Dolabella reports that they found themselves briefly in some extra-dimensional space. External viewports revealed that they were surrounded by countless ships of alien design, suspended in a seemingly endless void. Before the crew could get their bearings, the vision abruptly faded and they found themselves back in regular space. However, roughly half the crew are missing. Science Officer Irenaeus Dolabella speculates that they may have been selectively trapped by some unknown mechanism in that strange space. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. So they basically just went to another dimension, or just another part of space, somehow, and lost half their crew. Okay. That's a bit of a weird one. It's only a little bit terrifying. Let's build a solar panel network here as well. Okay.
Construction complete.
Right, our fleet is 1 away from being what we need it to be. Hang on. The missing member of the Lucretius' crew, thought lost to the dimensional rift, have reappeared. They hailed us from aboard an unknown vessel, not entirely dissimilar to our own science ships, idling close to where the Lucretius originally experienced the dimensional disturbance. They claim to remember nothing of their time outside our dimension, aside from a vague awareness of having been away for some time. They wish for nothing but to return to service under Science Officer Irenaeus Dolabella and intend to surrender their ship to human authorities. Safety of human people hinges on the destruction. They turn hostile. Oh man, I'm not going to do that. We'll gain a science ship. Kind of wanted one anyway. Let's get a new scientist. Research speed, and anomaly research. That's what we want. Didadina Vibulanus. Oh, what? Oh, we researched the maximum amount of leaders at the moment. That sucks. That means we just have an empty science ship now that we can't do anything with. Can't believe Crusello is still alive. He's 82. What a man. What a boss. Commanding a fleet at that age. Although he's not going to get to see the war. I don't want him to die before he even gets there.
System survey complete.
Alright, our last system survey is complete for now. That was a crazy system. Is this everything then? Everything's done. Let's get our final ship. 1 more Velites. Let's get 2 more. Get 3 more. And then we're done. Then we're out. We've also got disruptors. What do they do again? 200% shield damage. Holy shit. Alright, let's put those on the that's awesome. We'll put those on the other ships. Hyperlane mapping. Let's go with hyperlane mapping. So, what have we got? So, we just got disruptors. So we've got Nvidias here. Let's put disruptors on them. This will completely kill their shields. And it actually saves a little bit as well. And then let's go upgrade. So all of our Nvidias now are equipped with level 1 disruptors.
Complete.
Disrupting their shields, firing the antimatter missiles in, and then torpedoes just ignore shields as well. We should be flooring these guys. Hopefully. We can't wait much longer though. The time to act is very, very soon. Let's rival them. Let them know what we're all about. They've got non-aggression and trade with the Tarathian League. They're not allies with anyone though, which is good. Our ships are now up to 240, 2050. Got a couple more Velites coming in, and then we've got the upgrade taking place. I imagine our fleet power will actually go down a little bit when we put the disruptors on. Let's see. Defensive pact invitation between the Interstellar Rax Commonality, these boys, and the Uvzant Confederacy. These guys. Defensive Pact. Okay, good to know. That throws a little spanner in the works. If we do tend to go up there, then we'll be fighting on two completely different fronts. Also, like, got this theocracy to think about as well.
Ships upgraded.
We're almost done. Not quite. One last ship. One last Velite. And then that is it. Right, let's unassign Crucello.
Construction
We're gonna
complete.
get Admiral Consul Segius Gladius. The consuls of the Roman Empire. Right. Let's get our energy pumped up. Pump it up. Energy should be fine. Once we embark our fleet, we're going to lose more energy as well.
Complete.
The Tarathians have science ships in our area as well. It's worth noting. Is that it? 43 out of 43. That's the best we can do. We can go higher, but I don't want to lose any more energy.
System survey complete.
Alright, here we go. We're going off to war. Just jumping multiple wormholes at the moment to get there. It's a pretty glorious moment for the Roman Empire. It's so cool seeing each system just jumping between them like this. This is amazing. Look at that. It's so cool. Fucking hell, this game. Oh, we got an anomaly. Massive storms are visible in the upper atmosphere of this gas giant. Man, this girl is living for ages. 76. Alright, here we are. Oh boy. Yeah, damn, we never even talked about what we want. We want their 3 planets, and we're going to destroy their frontier outposts if we can. I think we're just slightly out of range. This constructor ship is going to have to come into Hadricus and build a frontier outpost as well. Let's get some cool music going. Assembling the fleet. We'll leave it with assemble the fleet. I'm sure this will be good. Okay. We can seed all planets. We could have done a lot more if we wanted to as well. You can actually say if you want to destroy the frontier outpost, and that's an interesting one. I guess we can't do that when we're just saying that we're going to take over everything anyway. Alright, here we go, boys.
We have declared war.
The Senate have voted. At last, this war will be the beginning of the end of your pitiful nation, human. I think you're mistaken. Now, we need to... Oh, what I actually completely forgot was to get our ground legions ready. I mean, we've built them up a little bit, but we need to build them up much more. Let's get another 4. And then we'll disembark them. It won't take too long for them to be made, though. While that's happening, something that can always happen when you're in war is you just focus on the war completely and you forget about everything else going on. I don't want that to happen to me, so let's make sure we're doing other things too. Let's go with physics. Actually, let's go with biolab. Here we'll go with... Let's upgrade these. Let's get some energy on this planet to balance it out just a tiny bit. Alright, that's all we can do for now.
System survey complete.
Alright, here we go, boys. Let's slow down time just a tiny bit and see what's going on.
Hostile station engaged.
Their space ports... Oh, looks like they're coming in to meet us over here. Extreme storms. The Istrum 2 frequently experiences massive and extremely violent storm systems in its atmosphere. Several dozen persistent storms are visible from orbit, with winds often reaching speeds of excess of 700 meters per second. The cause of these storms is not immediately apparent, as we have found nothing in the planet's climate model that would explain them. Our scientists are interested in studying this anomaly. And yet there's no anomaly to study. Lucretius, let's get them to do something really quickly. Gotta keep everyone doing something. Okay, we've researched all of them. We've searched all of these. Let's head out here. How goes the ground legions? They're still on their way. Looks like the enemy fleet is here. Woohoo! 1,800. We want to stay away from that spaceport when we fight them. We've got to make sure we don't get dragged in. Look at the destroyers in the back. We'll see if they start shooting any missiles coming our way. We're just fighting mining stations now, though, so it's not really a priority.
Situation log updated.
Come back. Fuck. I can't. They're going to keep moving forward. And their fleet's sitting on their base right now. Very smart. 2.5k versus... Oh! Looks like they're heading out. That's what we want them to do. And our ships are actually separating to go fight them. Haven't lost one ship yet. Now something I'm noticing is point defenses aren't firing. We probably needed to change our combat roles to be aggressive with those ships. Actually taking a lot of damage. We may need to pull out. Just because we're so close to the proximity of their base. Yeah, there's volleys of missiles just coming in that are really not helping us. We're destroying them, like they've done more damage to us overall. Right, let's back out. Let's back out. It's okay though.
Research complete.
Very easily rectified. What we need to do is change our combat roles. Oh. They were aggressive. What about the destroyer? Defensive. Chance to evade and tracking. Ship will have a balanced approach between offense and defense. I guess not. I guess that doesn't change anything really. Right, let's keep building the armies then. Let's get more destroyers. A couple new destroyers would be good. Yeah. Well, we'll just get 2 new destroyers. Alright. Doesn't really matter though, right now, and I don't consider that like a loss. They just had a lot. So we didn't want to throw away the whole fleet. Let's see, ship build speed increased by 15% and naval capacity increased by 10%. Seed planet is reduced. Army damage increased. So army damage it up.
Construction complete.
Right, and this time we can move forward with our armies as well, because next time we head up there, we'll kill them. Construction complete. Construction complete. I should have actually analyzed the battle a bit more to see exactly how much damage we were taking. Because I am a bit worried about sacrificing the shields. That was something that I wasn't too sure on, but people in the Discord seem to think that was a good idea, because they slightly do more damage to shields than they do to armor, so doubling up on armor seems to make sense.
Research complete.
Destroyers are going pretty quickly there. Build a couple of velites over at Terra and they'll meet up with this army here. Our fleet is missing in action. Let's have a look to see if they're chasing us anywhere. They are not. Armored torpedoes, hello. Building build speed and robots. We'll get robots. That's something people have wanted to see for a while. Defensive pact invitation between those two. Let's retrofit our velites then to have armored torpedoes level 2. And upgrade to fusion. It's no problem at all. What we could be doing is also just expanding our wormholes out this way. Then we can kind of see what's going on along here. Army recruitment has been finished. Terra Nova. So we've got 7 legions on the ground. We could maybe go with one more. 8 legions is probably a decent amount to have. Actually, let's just go with 10. It's a nice round number. Destroyer is just about done.
Construction complete.
Get another one in. Our energy is actually slowly sorting itself out, which is good. Alright, we'll speed things up. This is really out of action for a while. Returns 2247, 1128. Okay, in just a couple days. 2 weeks. Their emergency warp retreat, I guess.
Construction complete.
Put them in a different place. Okay, they're back. Head to Alpha Centauri, or yeah, Alpha Centauri. Enter orbit and upgrade to the latest designs, please.
Construction complete.
Okay, everyone's heading home. Heading back here. Spaceport, let's build another destroyer, and let's get a couple, 2 more assault legions. And then we'll be ready to finish our, hopefully land on a planet. And we'll heal up our fleet. It's taking some damage. Wow, even our corvettes are actually quite expensive.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
Alright, they're upgrading right now. Or they will be.
Ships upgraded.
Alright, 1.9k fleet, that's not bad at all.
Ships upgraded.
Ships have been upgraded, level 2 torpedoes should have been equipped, let's just make sure. If we go down to the Valtes class, yeah, nice. Right, let's get a couple more ships and then we're ready to go one more time. As well as that, on Terra Nova the Grand Legions are just about ready. In 30 days. Repairs have been complete. Let's check the surface of these places. Anything we can do for more energy? Not quite yet. Happiness is low. Oh shit. What happened here that the... Damn it, why can't I... I guess it's just 5. Oh, maybe the edict ran out, the happiness edict. 10% happiness. There we go, that fixes that.
Construction complete.
That should increase their output as well, just in general.
Construction complete.
Alright, we've got our 2k fleet ready to go again. $28 days. I wanted to get it back to 43, but I don't want to wait that long, so might just go now in a sec and send any extra ships up to meet them when they get up there. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, this fleet seems good enough.
Complete.
Let's head back up to Rimok. And this time we'll send the Grand Legions. So let's head back to Terra Nova. Embark all. We've got Transport Fleet 1 here. Transport Ship Legio 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Led by Tribune Augustus Maximus. And then what we can do is just literally set them to follow. There we go. They look pretty cool. Okay. Science ships are not doing anything anymore. Oh yeah, we've massively upgraded where we can have a look at now. So let's get surveying. Energy is a bit of a concern now. Well, we've got all these tiles free that we can just build energy on. Are we still growing? I don't think so. Is there a new pop coming in? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Alright, that's no problem at all. So what we'll do then is this the energy planet? Did I ever build a... I did. An energy grid. Okay, cool. Let's get even more energy here. Get some of these people that aren't really doing anything on it. Can't do anything with that one. Let's get energy here. We could sacrifice just a little minerals to balance out the energy for now. And at Mediolanum, we will have someone here pretty soon for energy. Damn, everyone's unhappy everywhere. Unrest is a really difficult one to minimize. Seems like you just need defense armies. Alright, we're still not quite there yet. Let's keep building. I want to keep building. Let's turn this off for now. Build like a kind of a second fleet just of ships to help the fight. Okay, one more jump and we're at Rimok, and then we'll head back to Hadricus, and I think we'll beat them this time. I doubt they were able to build back up that as quick as we have, but we'll see. If they have, then I think we might need to just make sure we fight away from that space station. We got kind of pulled into it. Now, is everything built on our mining stations? It looks like it. Let's do this, and then we can see if we've missed anything. Nope, don't think so. We're at full capacity everywhere. Which means that we should probably set up a frontier outpost out here eventually. Once we just get a good eye on what is around us. Right, we're ready to go. Let's bounce in. And our transport fleet is just behind us. Let's tell the transport fleet just to chill. We don't want it to go into combat. Lose all of our legions. Okay, we're here again. Now, what I'm going to do is pop down here and destroy that wormhole first.
Construction complete.
Actually, we can destroy this before they get here. If they're not here yet, they're not going to get here in time.
Research complete.
I'll have a look at what that says in a sec.
Construction complete.
So that was war declaration between... Oh! The Raxthalic Commonality. Okay, that's interesting. These guys just went to war with these guys. I don't want to lose any territory to them. We got to win our war first, basically. But that's going to help. Okay, they've got 1,915 fleet power there. Which is considerate. Considerable amount. So they're probably going to try and jump over to us pretty quickly. We just got to take out this building before they do.
Alien
and then we should win the one-on-one fight. Limbo. Technological advances. Following the recent advancements in field robotics, our researchers suggest that the ancient neural scans we once recovered from an alien vault could potentially be used as artificial intelligence substitutes in robots. Some uncertainties still remain regarding whether the robotic bodies are sophisticated enough to support higher neurological consciousness, however. Oh man, dead aliens lie, so we get the energy again. We shouldn't risk it. Keep the neural scans and databanks in the databanks on Terra, or it's worth a try. Oh man, that's such a tough decision. I don't want to have to make that decision by myself. I would say no, we're gonna not risk it. We're gonna keep it. This might come up again, right? Maybe, I don't know. If we're not sure, we shouldn't do it. Again, it's a risk. I don't want to do that. If we ever do get to this point where we have sentient AI, then we can do it. Maybe. So we'll say not risk it. That's awesome though. I didn't know that that would ever come up again. I'm so glad it did. Alright, the fight is well and truly on. Let's keep building ships. The red lasers are the point defenses shooting the missiles coming at my corvettes. Corvettes are still taking a hammering though. Torpedoes are off.
Situation log updated.
Right, get wrecked. Get smashed. Oh shit, they're shooting something else. Okay, that's fine though. Looks like the 1.9 fleet is coming in. What we need to do now is actually jump back to Rimok.
Anomaly found.
We're receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Okay, so we're basically full health for what we have. And we basically match them. 1.9k. They've got 4 destroyers now. Interesting. And 41 corvettes. That just shows you how weak their corvettes are. Because I've only got like 30 corvettes. Go. I'm guessing in a 1v1 fight we're going to win.
Construction complete.
We could though pull back and be
Research
certain that we could win
complete.
by healing.
Situation log updated.
Meeting up with the rest of our
Construction
dudes.
complete.
Dude,
Construction
you need to
complete.
stop engaging. Right, we're going to fly out to Rimok. Bail. We're not doing a full retreat, just going to Rimok. Hopefully we can avoid their fleet that's coming for us. Just for now. Meet up with the rest of our ships. I don't know if we'll actually make this or not. 19 days. Yeah, we'll make it. We'll make it. Oh, they've got transport fleet as well behind them. Destroyer and corvette. New physics research. We'll go with this one and get a new scientist. Oh, she's a bad choice actually. I'm gonna have to get another one. Oh wow, we don't have any more influence. Okay. Ancient survey marker, a small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Gidzarek 4. We've seen those a few times before. Alright, we're out. You guys be very careful actually. New contacts? Holy crap. Butterfly people. An enlightened dictatorship. They're peaceful and they're traitors. Full AI rights policy. I speak on behalf of the United Yaks Kalak hierarchy, and I've been authorized to bring you greetings. As long as you stay out of our internal affairs and treat our great leader, Lord Protector Kritik Aspinaka, with reverence, I see no reason for our diplomatic relations to Sarah. Emperor Gallus Julius Caesar the 23rd greets you. Can't believe he's actually still kicking around as well. Yeah, he is. His daughter's probably gonna die. Everyone just group up. Okay. Nice. They're not chasing me either, so I don't have anything to worry about. In fact, it'd be great if these guys could go fight them. Just take the pressure off.
System survey complete.
Rakthalaknak civilization encountered. We've detected the presence of a pre-space civilization on Mitanum in the Gidzarek system. So we found a little sentient life form that hasn't become spacefarers yet. That's cool. Very interesting indeed. I have to decide what we do with these boys. So is this where is this? Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay, well they're going to be ours eventually. The primitive life form. So we can do an uplift. We've got uplift technology, and or we could just enslave them, get them to work for us. We'll have to figure that one out. Right, I'm going to continue for just a little bit. I know we're running a bit long here, but I want to at least land on one planet, which we're very close to be able to do.
Construction complete.
Yes, brother. Okay, cool. Another Valtes, please, and another destroyer once you're done. taking you guys ages. Alright, fuck it. Let's just go in. We can win this. Roman style.
Construction complete.
When in doubt, send in the legions and the fleet. We're 2k strong, and we're better than them, so we should win this. I worry that they have a lot of corvettes, which can actually... Their speed can, like, destroy our, what's it called? Destroyers. Pretty quickly, if there's a lot of corvettes against minimal amounts of destroyers. Because they've got this huge chance to evade, but our destroyers are artillery. They only fire, like, once every now and then. Okay, here we are again.
Construction complete.
Whoa. Holy shit. The Uvzant Confederacy. Everyone's just shitting on these guys. I didn't even know that war happened. We can't let them win the war before we do, so we gotta be quick about this. Holy crap, I wonder did they fight, like, their main army? So everyone just piled on these guys. That's kind of unfair. If they're bombarding and I'm bombarding, like, who's gonna... They don't have an army fleet, though, so this is fine. We'll land on it. Oh, shit, they do. It's coming right there. Well, I should back off until my fleet gets there, and then I can... Come on, dudes. How long are you taking? Fuck, I'll be really annoyed if I fuck this up, and then these guys end up taking this. Right, we need to build on these planets as well while I'm waiting here. The planetary defenses are almost down. They've actually got a little defense army. They might fight off just 3 transport ships, I'm hoping. Right, there's our transport. Our legions are coming in. One of our governors has died on Terra. Alright, the fortifications are almost down on that planet now.
Research complete.
And they're just about done. I'm just looking at that little number toppling down. Naval capacity is being increased. Ship upgrade cost has been lowered. Looks like these guys are actually landing. Yep, we can see them going down to land. Independence guaranteed. So the Tirathian nation. What the hell is the Tirathian nation? They've changed. They weren't called the Galactic Tirathian Nation before. They were called the Tirathian League. Their government must have changed or something. This is weird. Stuff is happening. I'm getting very worried. Let's watch the ground fight. Oh, slave armies, servile armies, and spaceborne. Oh my god. Right, I don't see any more. They're not going to win that. And we're going to land on it and take it.
Complete. Anomaly found.
We're picking up what may be a faint transmission coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could someone or something be trying to communicate? Possibly. It's interesting that they have a bigger fleet than I do. Oh shit, I should look at exactly what they have. Oh, and they like me now because we're fighting the same guy. They're using torpedoes and shields. Torpedoes and shields, everybody. Let's remember that. They've all got the same shit. And they've got 6 destroyers. Plasma throwers. Ignoring armor. Okay, that's interesting, so we're doubling down on armor. Gas giant signal. The Lucretius has picked up some curious readings from Ep.6. There are significant pockets of radiation in the gas giant's atmosphere that appear to be the result of intense orbital bombardment. What someone could hope to gain by bombing a gas giant from orbit remains a mystery. As the Lucretius was preparing to break orbit, science officer Orinius Talbello discovered a weak signal coming from the planet's interior. It may be a transmission of some kind, but the gas giant's background radiation makes it difficult to isolate. We should investigate the signal. Yes.
Situation log update.
Who clicks let's ignore it? Who does that? Alright, how's this going? Okay, they dead. They dead. Let's land. The legions are going down. This is pretty amazing.
Construction
Under
complete.
General Tribune Augustus Maximus.
Construction complete.
Oh, the legions are just carving them up into the meat grinder. Fantastic. Look at that. Just destroyed. That's how you do it, Uvzan.
Enemy
You fucking
planet
bring
secure.
legions to the fight. Excellent work. Right, we're not done yet. We're heading to... Let's head to the capital. What is this? They've got some sort of fleet here, actually. Let's go for them.
Construction complete.
Okay, science officers can, like, research all of this shit, please. Do we have any more room for... We do. Tibinus Mento. I want this guy to come out here and research all the projects. All the debris. Cool. Looks like they're leaving as well. Now we can always embark the legions and send them to the next planet when we need to. We're up to 41% for a victory on this, which is good. We can get one planet currently. Oh shit, looks like the Uvzant are down here now, fighting south. That's fine. We're gonna head down there as well and just land on that planet before they do. Let's embark the Legion. Are you okay? Yeah, Jesus, I was just worried there for a sec. Okay. We've engaged in combat down here. Straight away. What are we fighting? Just some shitty little fleet.
Situation log updated.
Mass extinction, burned planet. One of the planets orbiting this star bears the still open wounds of some past calamity. Its surface is a rolling sea of half-melted minerals, boiling into a superheated atmosphere, but human astronomers claim that it may have once supported life. A special project has been issued to study the molten planet.
Situation log updated.
Okay, I'm almost about to call it, because we're just hitting around an hour mark now, so let's just take out this space station with these guys. Tag teaming it. The Uvzant are a great ally, I'll have to give them that for now, even though we're just a common enemy really, more than allies. Oh wow, holy shit, they tore that shit apart before we even fired our missiles to it. They are not messing about. $2.4k. Oh, we'd easily crush them. Well, maybe not now, actually. They're good at fighting armor, apparently. Alright, let's bombard the shit out of this planet. Let's build some stuff back home.
Incoming transmission.
Trade deal offer. Energy credits for that. I'm gonna say no. Minerals for that. No. Energy credits and mineral. Everyone wants this. You ain't getting that. No one's getting it. It's my ore. Actually, I probably should have given it to those guys because they're so far out. But oh well. Maybe I can leverage that next time. Legions are now here. We gotta wait for the fortifications to be down and then we can land. As well as that, let us build a couple destroyers, a couple corvettes. Fantastic work to Tribune Augustus Maximus. Swiftly destroyed the defending armies on that other planet. Haroldus Britannicus has gained a trait on Terra Nova. Can we see what he's got? Yeah, we can. Leader experience, his gain rate of experience is minus 100%. Does that mean he's never going to gain? Or is it just slow it down? Minus 100% says to me that he's never going to gain experience again. Which is kind of a shame. Alright, we're just about to finish them off. And then in the next episode we'll go take their capital and the war should be over. And we'll have to decide who we go for next. Let's land the armies. The legions are on their way down. Look at that. Just absolutely crushing them. Absolutely crushing them. No chance. Not even slight damage to our guys. Just the tiniest bit. Absolute minimal losses. Fantastic work. An excellent general. Excellent general. Enemy planet secured. 93%.
Research complete. Debris
We can
analyzed.
actually
Tile
now
blocker cleared.
negotiate complete win. I'm confused. Accept this one. Yeah. Send demands. See the planets, please. We'll never even go to their Athol or whatever. This is correct, right? Yeah, this is definitely right. I'm just making sure because the UI for on and off is just confusing me a bit. That's obviously off because the demands go up. Okay. We'll do it. I do want to kind of land on their planet and just fuck them up, but if we don't need to, if we can end the war now, we should. Let's do 2 new techs. Increase our point defenses. We could go with slave armies. Let's see how that works out. Boom. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Roman Empire, led by scientist Tibinius Mento. They call themselves the Internal Prosperity Foundation. Their members are advocating for closed borders and non-interference with galactic affairs. We've won the war with the following demands. Look at that. Beautiful. We're actually near a oh, we're so near to the center of the galaxy. It's very bright. So, we have just gained Atholjor, all of these dudes, multiple races. We've got Athalids and Othethi. That is weird. It seems like Othethi can be slaved. Actually, we'll probably enslave both. And we're going to need to build planetary defense armies here. We'll build Athalids. Okay, this is going to be a huge topic for discussion now. We got to think about slavery. We got to think about purging. Can we even do that? I got to check my policies. Displacement only. So, purged pops are unable to work and will ultimately perish, but the process will enrage them, as well as any sympathetic pops. Current policy is to displacement only. It is not our... Oh god, excuse me. It is not our responsibility to see to the needs of those who would undermine the foundations of our society. Let them find their homes outside our borders. So displacement means... So when we purge them, we're just forcing them out. That's a nice way of doing it, actually. It's kind of like you don't have citizenship, you gotta leave. Now the fucking Uvzan better get the fuck out of our territory. Pardon my language, but they better. We might have to actually close borders with them to do that. Got unemployment. So we've got a lot to sort out. Actually, what the hell was that? That looked really cool. Is it this planet? What is that? Symbol of Unity. Oh, they got some Unity buildings down here. Oh, and we've gone over. So now we're gonna have to sector as well. Oh my god, it's just gotten so much more complicated. Alright, but we're gonna leave it there, guys. You've got a lot to debate within the Senate now. My god. But we won the war. Swiftly. Very swiftly. Very well done. A little bit of a back and forth at the beginning, but we came in there and the legions quickly asserted their dominance over the planets. Really cool work. And now there's much to debate back home. We've got desert worlds. We have desert worlds that we can now colonize all over the place. Do we want to colonize with aliens? Or should it be humans, Romans only? And if so, maybe we could colonize with them and just, you know, just use them as pure slavery. Slavery and robots on these planets. They could just be outposts Or we could give them their rights and let them do whatever they want to do and become kind of a mixed bag Roman nation. Very interesting. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. And then who do we go for next? The Uzants are getting a little bit strong for my liking. Their naval capacity is inferior, but their tech and fleet is equivalent, and it didn't always used to be that way. The Galactic Tarathian Nation, which has changed their government, is now equivalent. And these boys are wary of us, and they're equivalent to us as well. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a long one, but it was a pretty cool war, I thought. Excuse me. And I'll be back tomorrow with another episode. I'll be combing the comments this time, really seeing what you guys want me to do. And I'm not sure what the votes are going to be, but make sure you check the YouTube cards, as always, to see what the votes are, as there's probably going to be a lot. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.